Oh, I wanted to walk you through how to submit your work on Taskstream. So we're picking this up right after your field visit, and so you should have this all completed where you have started with a characteristic from the physical characteristic chart. You've described what you saw about your student and made a decision whether what you saw was typical or atypical with regard to that characteristic. Completed all of that information. We're not going to talk about the technology that you're gathering at this particular time. We'll come back to that later. You're going to go into Taskstream, and earlier in the semester we had you put in a self-enrollment code. You should see that you've got typical and atypical for case study of an individual. I'm going to click on the typical because that's what I'm helping you work through. Good idea to look over the general information. I would read through all of this, but for right now you need to know that your physical development submission may be returned to give you an opportunity to rework it. So basically what we're telling you is we want you to do your best work, but we don't want you to stress about it because you're going to get the opportunity to get some feedback and resubmit. This will only happen on the physical development submission. Under physical development, we're going to go to typical characteristics. You're going to complete the form. Mine's already been started. You're going to go to your particular developmental level of the student that you watched. We're looking at physical development. And then you're going to type 3 paragraphs. And the 3 paragraphs, again, are going to come right from your physical observation materials. Here's paragraph 1, here's paragraph 2, and here's paragraph 3. So back to our Taskstream, I wrote a sample here. You'll notice mine is the same in each of these. Yours are going to be 3 different paragraphs. But here's my example. When observing a student in the infancy level of physical development, I should see increasing ability to coordinate small muscles of the hands and eyes. The student I observed was able to effectively pick up small pieces of cereal, which were Cheerios, from the top of the desk while watching a video in the preschool classroom. The video, an episode of Leapfrog about phonics, completely captured my student's attention, but did not detract from her ability to easily pick up individual pieces of cereal and put each in her mouth. In addition, her desk was near the back of the room, which is at least 20 feet from the 40-inch TV monitor. She watched effortlessly with no apparent strain on her eyes. With regard to this characteristic, the student is typical. So you can see I used the paragraph starter, and that is a necessity. Your paragraph starter is found on the bottom of your physical characteristics chart right here. You can see that I've included lots of rich details. It's very specific. It's at least 5 sentences in length. If you don't do this, you're going to have issues with yours and have to redo it. So again, use the paragraph starter. My example here I did was for the infancy level. No one in class will do infancy level because everyone else will be choosing from one of these 4 developmental levels. I can do some spell checking on it to make sure everything exactly as I would like it to be. Now I'm going to save and return. Then I've got the light bulb here. I've got to make sure to click on that. I'm going to submit it. And one more time, just like you're doing the debit card ATM, you got to make sure you submit. Yes, I want to submit it. And then I've got a confirmation, and it tells me I've successfully committed. I'm finished. I can go back here and see that it has been submitted and the date. I'm also going to get information here when I get my feedback where I can access that information. That's the whole thing. Make sure you do it by the date. If you have questions, be sure to ask your instructor. Otherwise, good luck, do a great job, and we'll see you next time. Thanks a lot.